Hi everyone, Minna here. It's Tuesday, 22nd of October, 2024, and I'm here to record another video. There's lots of ideas and things that I want to talk about, and at the same time, some of my own projects that I need to put more effort in, I feel. But I acknowledge that part of my vision, my dream, my process of realizing my projects is also to take this time to sit in front of the camera and share something, to show up, to give, to offer, so that I can then receive also from what I am giving, like the reflection, the feedback, the ideas. Sometimes I listen to these videos and I'm like, oops, I become aware of something I said that doesn't really feel aligned, or there's something off about it. And those are usually the moments, one could get that listen to that judging voice that, oh, you screwed up, that, oh, people will misunderstand you, or you just showed, or I just blurted out one of my limiting shadow aspects, or I can use that opportunity. It's okay, whatever, I'm becoming aware of what my underlying kind of thoughts and beliefs are about something. So using that intention as an opportunity to continuously learn and evolve and grow. Something that I'm at the moment exploring, as I've set this intention that, okay, to be able to do the work that my soul wants to get done here on this planet Earth now in this lifetime, I need to get focused, and I need the kind of resources that will help me feel safe and secure, so that I can allow myself to go into this kind of creative birthing process, which involves, the enthusiasm spark, and then perhaps passion, and then going into this kind of more of a gestation period where, you're kind of, the creation is kind of happening, but in an invisible way. And then there's a time, then it's time to push and release and let go of the whatever thing that wanted to manifest. And it requires time, it requires space. And one way that I have been trying to achieve a sense of safety for myself is by overdoing and organizing, planning, and trying to involve all kinds of people, and helping me manifest my dream and what I want to do. And I've managed to create this whole really just basically overburden myself and stretch myself too thin. And now it's a time, I'm realizing that it's a time to bring the energies in and really focus on what is my thing. And my thing might be to speak and share what I'm learning. That could be one thing, but it's dangerous to also go there and kind of attach my kind of expectation that coming out will bring me some kind of sense of security or comfort or solve my problems. So so one thing I realize is that I want to manifest more time for my creativity, and making this choice to be here now talking, making this video is one of these steps of making time for that, which is important to me. And another one that is big is money, which in the reality that I am existing at the moment, I sense a lot of scarcity conversation, and I'm realizing that in order to get beyond this scarcity kind of space where I am, there must be something there that I need to explore. and understand, so that I can like step up and open up and start to attract the financial security that I'm so like longing for, so that I can really like give myself fully to my mission, my job, my purpose, my service, you know, to be more available for other people, because I can be more like relaxed and more available. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to have financial security. There might be lots of people in the world that are struggling financially at the moment. Um, I may have more clothes, or I may have a roof over my head, more access to a lot of things that a lot of other people don't have. And this is like something that is really, I've been having to look at a lot, like especially in my situation right now, married to a Honey Queen Indian from the Amazon rainforest. He's here, you know, we enjoy ourselves, and then there's his children, his parents, his siblings, his cousins, the whole big family there. Uh, they they have what they need basically, but they don't have as much as they would like to have. And especially when there's comparison between the way we live, you know, like how much food we have on the plate, you know, how much variety of food there's on the plate, uh, clothes, you know, having warm clothes when it gets cold, or even having drinking water, clean water to take a bath or to wash hands, or to, you know, these are things that are not everyone doesn't have them. What a privilege. What a privilege. And this is like this inner conflict, or like issue that I've been living with since it's been with me for a long time. I keep like being drawn back to this story from when I was around 5, 6, 7, 8. At that age, up to 9, I was living in India, and we lived in a fairly nice neighborhood, and had a house, car, school, nice clothes, hobbies. And then there were often situations where I'd come into contact with beggars on the street, um, like not really healthy looking animals or people around. And this was really heartbreaking, and I guess no one knew how to explain or hold space for my heartbreaking feelings, you know, of this injustice and all of that. And it created for me some kind of um, patterning that, okay, uh, I became ashamed of my privilege basically, and started like giving away and being over giving and making myself small. And it's I've some emotions coming up. There's a lot of, I think, uncried grief about like, yeah, things that I held in. And then but that's okay. It's good to release it, because life, it's like not within our control. We can't, we're not responsible for what other people are living through. And what do we know? You know, some people, they might have less clothes than us, but they might not have a problem. They might be super happy with what they have. They might be just fine, and it might not be an issue. And then there's like someone like me on the other side of the world who feels like guilty of like having abundance of choice. And same goes with food. Like, how many of you were told as kids, come on, eat up your food, there are starving kids in Africa, be grateful. And there are all these like stories and conditions that make us feel guilty about having abundance. Yet we need abundance to live well, to be able to fully give of ourselves. So I realize that in order to get over this kind of sticky, tangled up place, that there are stories that need to be brought to the light. There's for one, uh, it's we are privileged. Those of us who we are privileged. Maybe we should start being more aware of our privileges, and also to recognize that with privilege, it's an opportunity. Life, God, creator, family, whatever, our ancestors offered us an opportunity. Our ancestors, they they did a lot of work to offer us this possibility to live where we are now. So this is, we should be grateful and own our privilege and learn how to like use this privilege to give something back, do something good. And it's so easy to get stuck in those like, oh, you know, I'm so ashamed of my whatever privilege, and get into this whole victim story like, oh, you know, I can't take up so much space, or I can't use this, or I can't use that. And then we hold ourselves in this space of lack and scarcity, and then we have this sense of entitlement that, oh, because we're so lacking, or we're so victimized, that, oh, we don't need to like uh put any effort, or that those who have more, that they should give to us things for discounted price, or for uh yeah, there comes this like cycle of like envy and resentment and judgment when we don't own our privilege. We have health, we have not everyone has health. I also have a bunch of health issues, but are we going to let those health issues stop us from taking responsibility and doing something today, even something small, to to uh, to be part of the movement that is going to like make this place like a better place to live in for all of us? It feels kind of harsh to speak these words when I know there's a lot of people out there like struggling, you know, with financial security, and you know, with all kinds of issues and struggles and whatnot. But are we going to get bogged down by that? Are we going to give all our focus on what we don't have and what we can't do, and instead like use this new day, this new time, the, you know, be grateful for the food that nourishes our body, be grateful for the warmth, the communication, the friends, the contacts, the things that we're learning, the things that nature is offering us, that we can go and like release our emotional burdens to the earth. Can we be grateful for that, value that as something that is worthy of like giving back to, rather than feeling like entitled to like, oh, I can just like expect the government to pay for my, you know, unemployment because I'm too depressed or something. We're all like in this boat together. The whole, like, at least here in Finland, the economic situation is like a bit heavy and challenging. There's constantly more like people getting retired, immigrants, and you know, people are unwell, you know, depressed, and it's creating this huge like economic burden on those who are kind of like keeping the flow going. How can we be part of the solution rather than complaining that the government is just putting up taxes, or yeah, there's so many stories that we can get involved in rabbit holes. Is it like helping? I do want to say that we all have different purposes and jobs here, so let's not compared to one another. This is just my process, my story, and it's might resonate for you who are listening. It might not. Maybe it'll help you recognize something else that's going on around you. We all have something valuable to offer to this world, whether it is like a, you know, working in the shop, stocking the shelves, or sweeping the street, or driving an Uber or whatever, we can bring happiness and well-being, and we deserve to receive what we need to be well. It's an art to learn how to prioritize how we use our resources, our time, our money, our energy. And that's something that if we're having any issues in those areas, then it's worth getting curious, like what's what lies are like keeping me from being like really honest and in integrity, you know, with myself. Am I taking advantage of other people? Am I belittling the value and worth of others? Or am I, yeah, appreciative of what I have? There's always something to be grateful for if we choose to make an effort. Okay, that was a bit of like a heavy, intense topic maybe, but it's something that I've been feeling that needs to be spoken about. Um, for a long time I've been walking with this, and I know a lot of us go into this kind of over trying to fix everything because of it. So like when we are kind of like fixing the problems that are on the outside, we're actually disempowering those other people by trying to help, because it's also a fine art to know like what is the responsibility of another person. When am I helping them by solving their problem, or am I actually causing more harm? And in the same process also kind of using my own energy from what I'm supposed to do. So and of course I'm not suggesting that we should just do everything on our own without anyone else. We can get together and we can like put our things together, and each one of us has our parts and our roles, and we can learn from each other. Some roles might be more like, you know, physically easier to acknowledge or recognize, and other roles might be more subtle, and yeah, it's not all material. So maybe just even sitting in silence together for a minute can be very valuable. Maybe we don't need to fill up all of the space with doing and explaining and justifying and taking and giving. Maybe we just can be open to receive what wants to show up in that moment. Okay. That felt good to get that off my chest. Hopefully there's something also in there for someone else. And let's keep going. We're doing good. Thanks for being with me. Let's keep inspiring each other, and wishing you a beautiful day.